Welcome in, lovelies. Hey, baby boos. I had to go get my crystal jewels and my fortitude. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank y'all to all of you who have went and placed your orders and took advantage of the $15 off of your Oracle deck. I love y'all so much. The love that y'all show, it's so overwhelming. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I created a coupon code for all of our lovelies for $15 off of your Oracle deck. All right, using the promo code birthday in honor of my birthday. So it's a little birthday sale. My birthday's 8/18, so we got a little time, but I'm gonna do my first drop. I'm gonna do our first drop on August 8th. So you can go ahead and place your pre-order. And so I wanted to look out for some of our lovelies. And so thank y'all. Seriously. We about to go ahead and get started. Somebody said I'm gonna just hold my nose. I don't know what they talking about. Oh, I wrote that. Y'all was in my DMs talking to me about that freaking wormwood tea. Y'all, I'm gonna try it again for the wormwood tea. Nobody told me wormwood tea was gonna knock me out. I see why it killed the damn parasites. Bitch, I would be running too. And I laughed because so earlier I was sipping on some scissor, and I had to have a freaking chaser. I had to chase my wormwood tea with watermelon or coconut water. Y'all should have seen me. And one of the visuals that I saw was like worms literally like scrambling, like, ah, like trying to get the fuck out. And I laughed because I was like, bro, I would too. I am too, because that is ghetto. So I'm going to try again tomorrow. I also, messed up because I let the tea steep for hours. I was trying to sip on it for hours. And, the longer you let that thing steep, the more potent that thing be. So I'm going to try it again tomorrow because it's recommended to take about 1 to 3 cups a day, drink about 1 to 3 cups a day. And baby, with the way today went, I'm just like, worms, parasites, y'all can stay. But I'm gonna try it again tomorrow. I'm gonna steep it for a little bit, and I'm gonna pour a cup because I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I filled my whole 32. Oh, the Wi-Fi funky. Hey YouTube, I filled my whole 32-ounce insulated cup of wormwood tea along with my conjunction function. What's going on, Instagram, we keep hiccuping. But yeah, so I'm going to try it again tomorrow. And I'm not wasting my regular conjunction function with no wormwood because it don't make it taste no better. I had peppermint tea in there. Some of y'all said add peppermint. I did that. That ain't help. Some of y'all said add honey. I had that. That ain't help. So what I'm going to just do is make a cup of it. I ain't going to let it steep too long. And I'm going to just guzzle that bitch. And that's just how I'm going to do it. Ashe. Peace, lovely. Thank you for your subscribe. Let's go ahead and get started. It's 8:45. Hold on, because I don't have a incense smoking. And I need that smoke. I'm laughing, but this ain't no joke. All right. Y'all go get y'all incense, Crystalinemarsshow.com. All right, y'all. So, now I'm ready. I'm ready. Peace and wellness, my love. Welcome to episode 155 of the Crystalinemarsshow. I'm your co-host, Mrs. Duüblè Jones, the lady with the stones to come here and to leave us alone. And thank you for choosing to exchange energy with us in this present moment. We invite you here every night. We grow live and we speak everything numerology, astrology, spirituality, and soulology. It is face-to-face Fridays, y'all. So on Fridays, every Friday, oh my gosh, Instagram about to get on my nerves. Instagram about to get on my nerves. The connection keep going out. But it's face-to-face Fridays, so this is where we open the floor for our lovelies to join the live. Brother Logas, he got cards, and I don't know if y'all know, but Brother Logas pull cards too. Okay, he don't pull tarot cards. He used playing cards. Oh my God. I'm about to square up, Instagram, because every 5 seconds, the connection want to go out. And I'm ready to square up. Because for real. And it's doing it again. This is what we about to do. So I disconnected from the Wi-Fi. So hopefully that do what we need to do. Okay, you said it's lagging here as well. Let's undo the Wi-Fi because I don't know what the hell going on. All right, we should be good now, y'all. But yes, Brother Logas and myself, we could pull a card or two for you, but you have to join the live for the reading. Or you could just ask for some one-on-one advice if it's something that you would like for us to assist you with. You can join the live, and you can send your request in at any time throughout the show, and we will get to the live face-to-face after the spiritual lesson. Head over to all of our social media platforms. All right, we are on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Crystalline Mars. Thank y'all so much for your subscribes. We almost at 1K. Y'all already know. I appreciate y'all, and it is our intentions to get an algorithm and grow our community and grow our tribe and family on YouTube and all platforms. So thank y'all so much for the love that y'all show. For real. Let's have a moment of silence for that. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting us to guide you. Thank you for choosing to learn from us. You know, thank you for choosing to do life with us. But, and thank you, lastly but not leastly, for the love offerings that y'all send. All right. The first of the month is right around the corner, so meet us here on live on August 1st for our jewelry raffle that we host. All right, and if you'd like to send some love, you can do so through Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Zelle. All right, I see we're still having some hiccups on TikTok, but it's okay. We're going to push through. And so thank you. Every $5 of love that you send equals a name entry into our jewelry raffle where you get the chance to win anything on our website, Crystalinemarsshow.com. And lastly but not leastly, I did mention it earlier, but $15, get $15 off of your Oracle deck. The Oracle deck, our Fortitude Oracle deck, is on sale for pre-order. And it's on sale for $55. But I have a $15 coupon to all of our lovelies who want to invest in our baby boo. And all you need to do is head over to Crystalinemars.com, click on spiritual tools, or you can type in Fortitude in the search box and it will bring it up, and apply your coupon code at the cart. Type in B-Day and you'll get your $15 off, y'all. So the decks are on sale for $40 when you use the promo code. And thank you. I went live earlier and told y'all about it, and y'all showed up and showed out as always. And I send what you send times 10. And thank y'all so much in advance to all of you who will invest in your wellness, invest in your self. Ashe. So We got that going on, and we're going to now move on to the next segment of the night, which is the message of the day. All right. There has to be a way that I could. Y'all bear with me one quick. There has to be a way. All right. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to go live again on TikTok because TikTok was tweaking and it removed us. Cannot connect. Is it because I got the Wi-Fi off? But this iPad has cellular, so that's weird. Okay, we're back. We're back on TikTok. Go live again. Go live. Okay. All right. So the message of the day is be grateful for the minors and they will multiply into majors. And then I heard Fold Clothes by J. Cole. I think that's the name of it. I want to fold clothes for you. I want to make you feel good. And the specific part that I heard, though, was it's the simple things. It's the simple things that say I love you. And so what are you focused on? Are you focused on the lack? Are you grateful for what you have? Be grateful for the little that you have and treat it like it's a lot. When we talk about the universe and, oh, the universe got my back or the universe is supporting me, the universe sure is. Remember that the universe is not something separate from you. The universe is not something outside of you. So what you want for yourself, the universe wants for you. What you're focused on, the universe is focused on. Okay? The universe is supporting you in whatever it is that you're putting out. And so be intentional. And when is it ever going to be enough? Like, seriously, I think it's important that we really slow ourselves down and really look at the abundance that we do have. It is beautiful. It is productive. We need to set goals and have these aspirations and things like that. But when can we just slow down and be like, you know what? I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for what I don't have, because me not having that is forcing me to find the beauty in what I do have. And imagine giving your all. Imagine somebody giving their all to you. And it's like, this all you got? What does that feel like? That's like a slap in the face. To who? To you. Because essentially what you're saying is what you've done to get you here is not good enough. What God has done, what Jesus has done, what Allah has done, what your ancestors have done is not enough. Enough is enough. Be grateful for what you have. Because it's often that we get in this rut and we're like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't like this. And I wish this could be better. But let's think about how life would be if we didn't even have it. I'm not talking about, oh, if I didn't have this and I had what I wanted. Let's say what you have right now that you're complaining about, All right. Let's say it's bills. Right? You got your phone bill, you got your rent, you're complaining because it's too much. How about you don't have any bills paid in? How about the phone gets cut off? How about the house, you get evicted? Now you're billless. Now what? Here we go again. Another complaint. And let's say, now let's look on the flip side. The money begins to pour in. Now you got enough money for your bills and things like that. But then you get so caught up in that you're like, oh, I need more. This is not enough either. Like, when is enough enough? Do we have to wait till things are taken away? Do we have to wait for somebody to die? Do we have to wait for somebody to break up for us to see the value in what we have? Oh, no, things is wrong, but you don't know what you've got till it's gone. Oh, no, things is wrong. Y'all know I butchered it, but you don't know what you got until it's gone. Are you going to wait until it's gone? Because some things you can't get back. Some things are gone because you pushed it out. Some things are gone because you didn't appreciate it. So by you not being appreciative of that, the universe is like, okay, well, they don't want this. Vibrationally, you're putting out that frequency of lack. That frequency of despair. That frequency of this is not enough. And so the universe is like, okay, this is not enough. So this is not what they want. This is not fulfilling. So let's take that out. And then you're like, now you got that. And now you're like, what do you want? So again, the message of the day is be grateful for the little that you have. Because one, you could have not that. You could not have that. And two, you being grateful over the little will allow for it to multiply into many. Be faithful over few, and I will make you ruler over many. All right? So that concludes the message of the day. And we're now going to transition into the daily energy. Peace, angelic. So we're going to move into the daily energy for July 27th, 2024. And so this is on a Saturday. Saturday is Capricorn energy, an earth sign, right? A fixed earth sign. Let's be technical. The moon is in Taurus on this day, which is also another fixed earth sign. So heavy on grounded. All right. There's going to be a need for you to be grounded. And for some of you who have earth signs, your Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or you're born on the 8th, the 17th, born on the 6th, or the 24th, or if you have those Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus placements in your sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is going to be natural for you. But there's going to be grounding energy here for us because we have both of those signs, right? But that 27, that 2 plus 7, that equals 9. That's chaos. That's war. That's drama. That's darkness. That's death, rebirth. That is transformation. 2 plus 7 is 5. That's Gemini. That's changes. That's adapting. That's communication. And I'm not sure if I said challenge. And so you may literally be in the middle of a lot of shenanigans. And it may not necessarily be like shenanigans, like drama. It may be just like a lot of moving parts. You may be in a public place. You may be around a lot of people that's just all over the place. And it's going to be important that you have your grounding stones on, if you have any, your pyrite, your garden quartz, your tiger's eye, your black obsidian, your black tourmaline, your dragon's bloodstone, your red jasper, all right, even your prophecy stone. But make sure you have your armor, even if you don't have a piece of jewelry, like if you have a satchel of loose stones, have these things on you to energetically assist you. On this day, stay away from drama. All right. I remember the energy that we channeled yesterday for today. How did y'all do with today's energy? Because today's energy was like avoid conflict and stuff, avoid arguments and stuff. And there were some things that came up where I knew that I just didn't want to deal with. And I was like, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to put myself in that environment. I'm not even going to put myself around that because I don't have space for that. I don't want to be there. And so this energy is like rolling over to tomorrow as well. All right. Stay away from the drama. Set your boundaries. And not answering the phone is a boundary. Not calling them back right away is a boundary. Setting your boundaries does not always look like it doesn't have to always be a verbal thing. It could be a non-verbal thing. All right. Setting a boundary and saying, no, I'm not going to talk to them because I know what the conversation is about. I already know what energy it's going to attempt to put me in, or what energy they're in, and I don't want to be there. I'm not going to have this conversation. I'm not going to go to that place. I'm not. So be grounded and do what you need to do. With the moon being in Taurus, though, this moon in Taurus energy invites us to appreciate the beauty in the simple things. I kept channeling that song, it's the simple things that say I love you. And then when I was channeling, when I was doing the daily energy and I saw that the moon was in Taurus, I was like, makes sense. Because that Taurus energy is literally inviting us to find the beauty in the simple things and to value the loyalty that we have in our relationships. So on this day, this will be a great day to show your appreciation in whatever way. And it don't have to be through buying gifts. It could be through different acts of services, for those that you love. Or it could be through you communicating, and telling this person, expressing to this person, like, thank you for doing so and so. And it's often also that we focus on the lack. Oh, my partner don't do this, or my kids don't do that, or my mama don't do that. And when they do the little things, we overlook that. Oh, you don't got nothing to say now. So be mindful of this energy on this day, right? And give your flowers. Give your flowers to those who, who are due their flowers, and let it be organic. Allow yourself to love organically, and allow yourself to be loved as well. Allow yourself to, and my eyes been trying to well up this whole time. It's a lot of love that is here. And Venus is in Leo right now too. So it's a lot of love. And also look at the relationships that you have and be appreciative for those people who have been loyal, those people who have been, supportive. I really want to cry right now. Like, why? And I just heard gratitude because of the gratitude. And so be grateful for what you do have. Because everybody is doing their best. So don't get stuck on their worst. And so when they choose to show up as their best, when they choose to do something or say something and express their love or extend their love, receive it and be grateful for it. My throat. My throat was literally locking up. Hold on. And this locking up is symbolizing, ooh, I gotta go get a throat chakra stone real quick, y'all. Hold on. Like, this shit real. Alright, y'all, I'm back, bitch. I got my Amazonite and my turquoise. We good. We good. And so that locking up though, because that shit got real. That was so real. Woo! But what that was symbolizing is some of y'all literally have been holding back your true feelings. There may have been things that you noticed that you just did not want to speak on, or maybe you're a little too prideful, or maybe you struggle with communicating. Maybe you don't know how to really express your love vocally, verbally. Like, that might be something that's uncomfortable for you. It may be weird, right? For some of you, or you just like, you don't know what to say, and it's a challenge. But on this day, on the 27th, I invite you into this space of actually speaking out to that person in the physical realm and letting them know how thankful. And you don't have to wait till the 27th, but with the 27th, we have that 2, and that's Cancer energy, which is very loving, very caring, very nurturing, very family oriented, very sensitive, very emotional. Heavy in the heart center, right? And then we have that 7, and that's Pisces energy, which is also very giving, very caring, very empathic. You know, and so it's like, give this love. Give this love. No matter how challenging it is. Break that barrier. Some of us have those walls built up with this Capricorn energy, right? We have these walls built up. Maybe we weren't taught how to love. You know, maybe we had emotionally absent parents. You know, maybe our parents were so busy working, or, you know, maybe our parents transitioned and things, and we weren't raised in an environment where we learned how to express these emotions and love on each other in this way. And so this may be new to you. But give yourself permission to flow and be love. That got so real, y'all. Y'all heard me? I was like, my throat. On this day, like I said, acts of service and giving thoughtful gifts as well. Okay, and your gifts don't have to be monetary. It could be, you know, your presence. It could be you actually just choosing to spend time, quality time, or go hang out with somebody that you love, or calling somebody that you love and just, you know, catching up, right? On this day also, don't forget to be yourself and stay true. This moon and Taurus energy, and, you know, this Gemini Mars energy is calling us to allow ourselves to just be. That there will be a lot of loving energy here for us. And if you allow yourself to receive it, you're going to be drowned with it. All right. A lot of us may feel very giving, may feel a lot of love circulating, like I said, feeling considered, feeling loved, feeling heard, feeling supported, feeling appreciated. So for those of you who have not been feeling that, a lot of you may literally feel this on this day, and it may show up in your relationships, platonic and romantic. And then I channeled Window Seat. And the lyrics that I channeled was, I'm concentrating on my music lover and my babies. Somebody wanna take it out of town. I know I'm always butchering a lyric. But that was Window Seat by Erykah Badu. And she said she was concentrating on her music, her lover, and her babies. And so remember I said on this day, stay away from the drama, stay away from the chaos, the complaining and stuff like that. And you stay focused on your vibration, your music, right? What beat are you dancing to? What's the beat of your drum? Is it high? Is it low? You know, what's the vibe that you choose for yourself? And for some of you, you may not have people around you who are in that higher vibration. And so you might just choose to be by yourself on this day too. And that's okay. You might not, you may, just want to pour this love into yourself. Like, I don't really have space for people. Don't really want to be around nobody. I really don't want to talk to nobody. I'm just going to, spend some time with myself and get intimate with myself. Take a bath and cook me a nourishing meal and, do a little meditate, go for a walk, go treat myself to a nice lunch or dinner or something like that. And this will be a great day to do that as well. Give something nice, do something kind for yourself. All right, y'all. So that's the daily energy, and we're now going to go ahead and transition into tarot tea time, you and me time. All right. So y'all know we're going to always lead the way with fortitude. Ray's Crown said came in at the right time. I say. And a little goes a long way. You don't have to send a 4-page letter, but you just acknowledging someone's efforts. Because I feel like somebody may or they are doing something that's very different than what they normally do. Maybe typically they don't help around the house, or maybe typically they don't give you compliments, or maybe typically they don't like to do the things you like to do. And you may see like that they're trying, or that they're actually, they done helped around the house, they done did a load of laundry, or they made the bed, or they told you look pretty today, or they reached out and gave you a call, or and it's like you acknowledging that literally is just as you receiving that, like it's going to make your heart warm. You acknowledging that and giving thanks to that person is going to do the same for them as well. So let's just be reciprocal. And don't look at things like, oh, about time, or what, you did this, or what, you like, no. What you want? Why you do that? Don't do that, okay? So let's see. The burden is so heavy because you're trying to carry it alone. It's okay to ask for help. This card came out the other day, and some of y'all may have been asking for help. Some of y'all may have been asking for help, and so now your help is coming through. Some of y'all have planted seeds like, hey, I like doing so-and-so, or I like when you do this, and that stuck with them. And that's another thing too. Be very tactful with your words. Let's say your husband or your boyfriend or whatever decides to take out the trash and, say something kind of like, honey, or baby, or lover, I appreciate when you help me around the house and like take the trash out. That helps me a ton. Thank you for doing that today. And that's your little seed, and letting them know like, hey, do that again, without you saying do that again, without you being demanding and commanding. All right. So make a big deal out of the things that they're doing, because it is a big deal and it's helping you. And so be grateful for the help. And some of you may still need, you may need to give yourself permission to ask for help. Ooh, what we got? Ooh. So this one has not came out yet. I just want to show y'all it before I read it. And it says, in order to transcend, a light heart is required. Close your eyes. Breathe into your heart chakra. Ooh. So this is an exercise, actually. This is an exercise card. And so let's do it. Oh, let's do it. If you can do it. Peace, Hoya. Hoya says she's driving. So if you're not in the space to do it, okay, Ashe. But let's do it. Close your eyes, okay? And breathe into your heart chakra and visualize a green ball expanding with every breath that you take. And as you breathe into your heart chakra, I want you to visualize the scale in front of you. And this scale has two plates. It's one on the left side, one on the right side. And what does this scale look like? Is it a design? Is it an antique? Is it gold? Is it white? Is it black? Is it rainbow? What does your scale look like? And once you have visualized your scale, visualize a heart on one side and a feather on the other side. And I want you to observe the plates. What is your heart posture? Is your heart heavy or is it light as the feather? Ashe. And that concludes the heart exercise. And so you may now open your eyes slowly and meet me back here on the other side, if you went on to the other side. And so what's your heart posture? Are you aligned with your heart's desires? And if your heart is heavy, you're not aligned with it. So that was just a nice little heart exercise that I wanted to add into the deck so we can often check in with our heart. Because the heart is the bridge. And when the heart is blocked, everything else stops. So we're going to now go ahead and get some tarot going. I'm about to get the timer started. GFM, those initials may be significant. I keep hearing all these love songs because now I'm hearing making love faces. Making love faces. How did y'all? Hold on, y'all. This deck is all flipped over. So this is going to be a general collective reading. So I want you to take it as it resonates and leave whatever does not resonate. I do feel like we're about to be talking about love and the heart chakra. Okay, Short Shay said, okay, a couple of y'all said your heart was heavy. Okay. Okay. Well, at least we know where we are now. At least we know where we are now. Queen T said the feather was heavier than my heart. Okay. Well, that's dope. Melanated said your heart was lighter than the feather. So I'm too easygoing, perhaps? No. No, that means you're transcending. That means you are literally moving out of that heart chakra energy. That is a beautiful space to be in. If your heart is lighter than the feather, that's dope. All right. That's dope. The goal is for it to be as light as the feather. But if your heart is lighter than the feather, you showing out. You showing out. So good on you for doing your heart work. I love that. There's no such thing as too much love. You can have boundaries. Well, I lied. There is such thing as like too much love, because sometimes that can be abused. But as long as you set those boundaries within yourself and you discern the takers, you'll be good. Okay. Tess said my heart was heavy. Okay. So we got some hard work to do then, y'all. That's what that means. Because a couple of y'all said the heart was heavy. And so let's get into it. Why is it heavy? And y'all can do some shadow work. I got heart chakra. I have chakra journal work. Heart chakra. Shit, somebody might need to do a throat chakra too, because the throat been crazy today. Well, in this live rather. So this is me connecting with collective energy, because I was talking today. I was cool today, you know. But I have the shadow work prompts on the website, Crystalinemarsshow.com. Click on spiritual services and click on heal and transform yourself, and hit whatever chakra you need. But I have journal prompts to assist you, you know, wearing your greens, your lighter greens, to be more specific. All right, your lighter greens, pastel greens. What we got? So we have the Maestro, Mastery, Inspiration, Art, and Passion. So let's see what we got. And he has on his blue. So yeah, this may have something to do with the throat chakra. This may have something to do with the throat chakra. Let me see what this has to do with though. What's this about? We have 4 of Cups. This is discontent. So just be mindful. Like, I don't know who this is about, but somebody need to like shift their perspective around their experiences. Cause I just heard you're cursing yourself. All right. Somebody's cursing themselves, and you're missing opportunities. 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands, but that was really in reverse. I flipped it over. So 44 may be significant. Some of y'all may have been seeing a lot of 4s, or but that 4 is also Aquarius energy. That's transcendence. All right, that is also innovation. That is also speaking of like a disconnect from the emotions as well. Somebody is literally like in mental hell. And it's like it has something to do with the story that you've been telling yourself about something, and you pretty much believe your own lies now. And I heard it don't get no better. So what is this? 6 of Pentacles, giving and receiving. That 6 energy that I talked about, like this is literally backing the message of the day up. Like, what goes around comes around. So what are you putting out? What are you putting out? Some of y'all are wondering why your relationships aren't growing. It's because you are literally speaking poison over it. What is this 6 of Pentacles? And what is this? The 9 of Swords, anxiety, despair, overthinking. I don't know who this is and what this is, but it's going to only get worse if you continue to repeat and rehearse this story. And for some of you, it's some energy. That's why I told y'all, like today, I was like, I'm not DTP. I'm not disturbing my peace. Some of y'all, you may be getting caught up with other people's stuff. You might be getting caught up with other people's stuff, going down a rabbit hole of complaints. I ain't got it, or this ain't, like, just this is not good. I don't like this energy. I do not like this. It's sickening. It's annoying. My head is starting to boom. It's like a headache. It's like this cycle that's being repeated. And this may not be you. For some of us, it's not us. Some of you, it's not you. It's some other people that maybe is connected to you. And distance yourself from the shenanigans and let it clear out. We have trip abroad. Trip abroad. Trip abroad. So with this trip abroad, I'm just getting like it's time to travel and allow yourself to travel. Allow yourself to get lost in love, because for real, if you really take a step back and look at all that's going on in your life, you will find that it's so much more to be grateful for than to not be grateful for. Right? But maybe whatever it is that you've been focusing on or who you've been talking to, it's just been highlighting the mishaps and the misfortunes. And it's time for you to change your state. The state Oregon, the Steelers, somebody's dad or somebody was a fan of the Steelers or the Eagles. Maryland is coming up. Somebody is a chef or a cook. I'm seeing roast beef tips. Not sure what that's about. That was very specific. Rice and gravy and corn. These are very specific meals. We got family secrets. Family secrets. Some light, some heavy. Disturbing secrets can last generations. It's best to be honest and unburden oneself. So what's the secrets? Tell me more. We got government. Yeah, there may be some kind of like generational curse or some generational something that's just trickling through you, or it's like infecting your family members. Somebody just got over like a sickness or illness or something like that. There may have been, some of y'all may be healing or recovering from like some kind of sexual assault by like a masculine energy or even an older feminine energy. And I heard normalized. And so maybe there was something that happened a lot in the family and it was just swept under the rug, or maybe you tried to talk to your parent about it and they didn't believe you or something like that, and you grew up to not trust people, or it's like it's affecting the way you bond and like relate to people. That's very specific, so that only may be for a few people, I feel like. We got jury duty. Jury duty with the government. Jury duty involves a group of people who decide the facts of a case based on legal principles explained by a judge. So there may be something that you want to explore or really get to the bottom of. And so some of y'all may have to ask some questions about the past to help you gain an understanding of why your family moves the way they do, or why certain things were allowed or something like that. We have the gas leak. Somebody may have transitioned because of a gas leak, but with this gas leak, I'm feeling like there is this has to do with some kind of toxicity that is literally slowly killing you or these people. We have discrimination. I don't like this energy, bro. Like, and really, as I'm sitting in this right now, there's this feeling of separation that's happening. I'm seeing like, remember we channel like that filter energy? I'm seeing like goo and like, it looked like tar. And it's like it's being separated from the water. And so there may be some energy that you love or like people that you are connected to, and there may be some distance happening, and you may want to show up, or you may want to like resist this, but it's like tar. Something is hardened, something is like stuck, somebody is stuck in a place. I got a heart right here, I got a heart right here. So this could have to do with like somebody you love. Or and there also may be some talk around like how you're not showing up, right? How you're not there when they need you and things like that. And I don't want you to allow anybody to guilt trip you. Do not allow yourself to get guilt tripped for not showing up for your mental health, for your peace. Because this energy, honestly, this energy that I'm picking up that's external, is like they don't want to get out of the space. They don't want to see themselves. They just want to like play victim. Infectious disease. Didn't I tell you? The tar. Infectious disease, main male, and judgment. And what I get is, I don't know if this is you or somebody else, but somebody wants to be in control. Because with this main male, is giving like that divine masculine, Aries energy, controlling and very dominating, and like I want it my way, or like just very, very like hard. And it's like they don't even know what they're doing, or they don't even have like a solid foundation to stand on. Like the floor beneath them is literally crumbling, and they still have yet to surrender. Somebody's mind is literally, somebody literally not in their right mind. And I do feel like it's affecting you more than you realize, because you may look at it like on a surface level, like, well, I'm just talking to them, or, you know, I'm not going to let the energy infiltrate me. But you literally having the conversation with them, you literally like connecting with them and engaging with them, it's literally affecting your energy. Because I just saw like a pin poke into a balloon and it leak. That's what that gas leak, Ashe. That's the gas leak. That's the gas leak. You're doing things to, you know, protect your energy, and to just, you know, you're calling on spiritual support so you can have a shield, so you may just be and walk in your divinity. And it's like the moment you answer the phone, the moment you call them, the moment you reach out, they poke a hole, and then you got to patch it back up, and then they poke it again, and then you got to. And so I'm just getting like fall back. Somebody need to fall back. So I'm seeing a hermit, and I don't never recommend nobody go in hermit mode, but I'm seeing a hermit card. Like somebody might have to go in hermit mode when it comes to this energy, because we got the Ace of Swords. And so this Ace of Swords is speaking of like a new mindset, breakthroughs. But the Ace of Swords, yeah, didn't I just say the poking? Y'all see this sword? Y'all see the sword? And the sword is the mind. And so it's affecting your crown chakra energy. It is. We got the King of Cups. And I just feel like you've been trying to be emotionally supportive. Hermit is the crab. Hermit is the crab energy, where you go inward, introspection, you know, spending time with yourself from the outside world. And that don't mean literally secluding yourself, but that means just like being in your own space. I told you. We have the Tower and the Eight of Swords. Didn't I tell you? Somebody is in a burning house and they don't want to get out. Somebody is in a burning house and they don't want to get out. With the Tower and the Eight of Swords. And it's about to get worse. Shit's about to hit the fan for somebody. And it's unfortunate, but it's nothing you can do. Like, we got the Temperance. So divine intervention. And I'm getting chills as I speak. This divine intervention, the angels are literally trying to protect you and say, hey, like, so you may feel like just a nudge or like a wall come up, like, hey, don't answer, or hey, don't go there, or hey, don't say yes, or hey, don't. And I encourage you to take heed to those don'ts. Shit's really about to hit the fan for somebody. And I'm sure their priorities are all fucked up. We got the Lovers, the Ten of Wands. Whew, that's not your cross to carry. That's not your cross to carry. And some of y'all have the biggest freaking hearts, and you hate to see the people that you love suffer. But if they made their bed hard, they gotta lay in it. They will never learn if they always get saved before they bump their fucking head. And I just saw a near-death experience. Somebody may have had a near-death experience, or a few. This person. I just feel like it was so many wake-up calls. So many wake-up calls, and they keep snoozing. And you're over here, you're getting dressed. You at the bus stop. You making sure you're not missing your bus. And they're still in the fucking bed, sleeping. And then when they miss school, right, now they're late to work, or now, you know, they're failing in class. They're like, why you didn't wake me up? Why you left me? We're grown as hell. So this is inevitable. This is out of your control. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Didn't I just say this is inevitable? And the Wheel of Fortune is literally that. Fate. And it's really unfortunate. And we got the Justice. We have the Justice. And so, you know, at the end of the day, it is fair. It is fair. You're only receiving what you're giving, and vice versa, and for everybody. Like, you know, every decision that we make, it has a consequence. Period. I was talking to somebody today, and they were just like, I'm running away from my problems. I just wanted to be over with. I just want to wake up and it's gone. And I was like, well, that's not really how life works. And unfortunately, we all have to experience our karma, even if it's the things that we don't want to. And you can run all you want to. You can run this lifetime and the next lifetime, but that debt, that karmic debt, is attached to you. And so don't you get caught up by being in the wrong crowd. And now you're guilty by association. Two of Cups. This definitely has to do with relationships. And we're going to close out. So we got the Two of Cups. We have the Lovers, relationships again, contracts, and the Knight of Swords. So, yeah, there may be some contract, some cord cutting that needs to happen. Definitely be mindful of what you say yes to. Okay? You do not have to say yes to everything. Don't say yes to everything. If it is not in alignment with what you have going on, and it takes you out your way, and there's nothing wrong with necessarily going out of your way, but with this energy, I feel like it's a repeated offender type thing. And so it's like, are you really going to sacrifice what you have going on for somebody to literally fuck off again, or or not appreciate it, or they it's like you bailing somebody out. You putting your hard work, your hard-earned money to bail them out of jail, and then as soon as they get out, they go do the dumb shit again, and then they get back in jail, and you're just like, bro, like, I just bailed you out. It's like, save your coins, save your energy, and they need to sit in that, because them sitting in jail is gonna give them some time to think on what they could do different, what they need to do different, how did they get there, and let somebody else build them out. Let them build themselves out. Let them find a way. Let them connect with their God source and unlock that door. But every time you open it, you inviting in. So, shoe fly don't bother me. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. And I mean, I can't say don't feel bad, because naturally you may feel bad, especially if you have a big heart. But I mean, some things are out of your control, so you got to release control and stop trying to control and save other people. You are nobody's savior, and you can't help nobody who don't want to help themselves. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and transition over to the next segment of the night, which is a spiritual lesson. If y'all, right, you said they made their bed, so let them lay in it, and you go lay in your new clean sheets with your little mattress cushion and things like that. You lay on whatever bed you lay, because hell, your bed might be hard too. You go lay in yours and you let it is. All right. I just was going in. All right, bye-bye, we on you. Let me bring him a little bit because it's a little low.
Peace, family.
Nice.
Today's spiritual lesson is about weapons to overcome and deal with your issues, problems, or lack of things, right? We tend to, people tend to go towards whatever they feel comfortable with, or whatever they're used to going towards, using whatever weapons they're used to utilizing for any of their issues. For some people, they like to use, physicality to fix most of their problems. People like to use their mental abilities to solve, a lot of their problem issues or deal with the challenge. Some people like to use crystals. I have an issue, let me go find a crystal. Some people like to use spells and rituals, right? Some people, like to use diet to deal with a lot of their, say health issues usually, right? But even spiritual issues as well, or just like negative energy type of things, right? So people like to use herbs, right? So different things that you can utilize, right? The idea is that it's not to just use one, but to use all of them. Use all of them, right? Because depending on the situation, you can use, let's say, spells and rituals for, for a lot of things, but it's not going to have the same effect on all of your challenges and all of your trials. It's not going to have the same level of power, basically, is what I'm saying, right? You got to use physicality, whether it's, forcing things, through your physical means, right? Some things it'll work more effectively, some things it won't work as effectively, right? So it is more advantageous of you to know how to use all of these different concepts when one is not working out in the manner that you would like it to work out, or the one that you usually like to use is not as effective as you like to be. You may need to use a different one, right? Imagination is a big one, right? I use imagination all the time when I feel energy, when I see energy, when somebody's doing this or doing that, or I feel pain, whatever. I'm using my imagination all the time to deal with that issue. But sometimes sometimes that's all I need to do. But sometimes it's lingering, or that thing isn't, going away, or isn't, being dealt with to the level that I would like for it to be dealt with, right? So then I might have to do a spell or a ritual, right? Or I might have to use herbs in some type of matter. I might need to burn some sage, some Palo Santo. I might need to drink some herbs or something, right? I might need to change my diet, right? I might need to do something physical. Maybe I need to do exercise. Maybe I need to go put my hands on somebody. Maybe I need to go move some things, put some work in, right? Do some studying or something, right? Might be mental. I might have to like think it through to see what's all the steps and all the do some critical thinking to figure out, what am I missing? What am I not seeing? What's the issue, right? I might need to do something verbally. I might need to change my verbiage. Maybe I need to change what I'm talking about, right? Maybe I need to use different words, all right? Maybe I need to let out certain feelings and energies, right? Maybe I need to do something financially to change the problem. Maybe all the spiritual things not gonna work. I gotta do something financially. Maybe I put my money into something, give my money to somebody, or go make some money, right? Maybe I need to use crystals, right? Maybe I need to get a certain crystal to help me out with the issue that I'm dealing with or the lack of. Maybe I need to change my emotions. Maybe my emotions is what's causing a big part of the issue. Maybe I need to change it from a positive to a negative. Negative to a positive, right? I need to change it from sadness to a certain level of happiness, or confidence, maybe feeling. Maybe I need to use anger. Who knows? Maybe I need to use a sad emotion to get into the crux of what the issue is, right? Maybe I need support. Maybe I need to lean on the people that are around me for support in order to get over what I'm dealing with. Maybe I need to network. Maybe I need to find new people that I need to connect with in order to get over my money issues or what have you, right? Or maybe I need to change the colors that are around me. Maybe I need to wear different colors. Maybe I need to change the color inside of my house, inside of my room, inside of my car, right? Maybe I just need to wear different colors, do different things. Or maybe I need certain sigils, certain types of sacred or magical or powerful signs, right, that can assist me in overcoming what the issue that I'm having or to deal with the lack of something, right? So it's important but too many of us try to either put it on just the physical or just the diet or just the herbs or just the crystals or just emotional energy, emotional vibrations, or just support, or just networking, or just colors, or just using the mind, or just using right. It's like, no, it can be any of these things, right? Or it could be multiples of these things. And if we understand how to utilize all of these things, then you are a lot of people who are getting stuck over and over. They're getting stuck trying to deal with something and overcome something, or they keep running back into this cycle. You need to start using, more than likely, you need to start using different methods. You keep doing ritual after ritual, spell after spell, crystal after crystal, right? And it's just not working, right? You need to use another tactic. There are many more tactics that are available, right? Just because somebody can maybe put some kind of, or there might be some kind of financial blockage that's on you. That doesn't mean that a spell is going to get rid of the financial blockage, right? You might just need to go physically go put some work in to get rid of the financial blockage, right? Right. Or you need to change the colors that you're wearing that's around you to get rid of the financial blockage. Or maybe you need to go get some sweet grass like I got, hanging in my car to get past the financial blockage, right? There are different, methods, right? Well, some people are used to networking and finding people that can help you to get to the next level when it comes to business, but that might not be working right now. You might need to use your imagination. When I say imagination, meaning the imagination to, I'm talking about like meditation. I'm talking about like astro, like traveling and things like that, right? You may need to use the mind to deal with the spiritual beings and entities that are in your way or that have the connection that you're looking for, right? So, and those maybe who are used to, using your financial abilities to deal with your problems, you may need to get some crystals in order, because you might be trying to use money to protect yourself, and that might not be getting the job done. So you might need to get some crystals that protect yourself, right? So just understand that there's many. These are all the methods that you can use. It might be more methods, but these are pretty much all the methods that you can use. So don't get stuck on just one or two of these methods. Whether you're spiritual, you call yourself spiritualist, or you're religious, or even if you're someone who just believes in themselves, right, or unsure about what you believe in, that doesn't matter. Use different aspects and strategies. Ashe, and that is today's spiritual lesson. And now we're going to the Q&A and today's spiritual clearings. Ashe.
And it's Face-to-Face Friday too, y'all. So y'all can send any live requests if you want to join and ask questions specifically around spirituality or relationship advice, anything like that. And how you can request to join the live is down below. You'll see a little like camera with the plus sign, and you can just press that, and that'll request. And TikTok, y'all are open as well. YouTube, y'all cannot join on live, but you can head over to our TikTok or Instagram and request there if you'd like to join. Too high for comfort?
I guess it's fine.
A little weird to me. It was so annoying. I'm gonna ask you and do it anyway, right? Alright, there we go.
Peace. Oh yeah.
I did see these two comments.
Peace, Jeru.
I'm not sure if they were towards what I was talking about or if they were
What if you deal with mental health problems? Healing is hard. Healing can be hard and challenging depending on how deep the wound is. That is true. All right. But what if you deal with mental health problems? Well, if you deal with mental health problems, then you're going to want to use probably one of the other strategies. Right? Because that means if your mental's not strong, then you might want to use some lean more into your diet, lean more into maybe the physical as far as like exercising, right? These things will help your mental. You may need to focus more on the colors that you wear because that's going to affect your mental, right? You focus a lot more on the support. Focus on, your verbiage, what type of verbal, energy are you putting out there? See, so it works for no matter what your issue is. You lean on one of the other strategies to help you with whatever you are struggling with.
Yeah, that was it. So I did request to join as prepared.
That's Britt? All right, bro. See what you talking about, Britt.
Hi.
Hey, Brittany.
Thanks, Britt.
So I have a question. I've been seeing a green frog at my door for the past 2 days, and I'm looking for confirmation as to what are my ancestors maybe trying to tell me, or because it's a distinctive colored green frog, and it's a baby, like almost, it's not a tadpole anymore, but it's a baby frog, and it's been at my door. On the outside.
Okay. Well, when it comes to frogs, well, it's a baby frog, so one is green, so it's done with the heart chakra. Two, you think of the frog, you think of the prince, right? You kiss,
right. That's
kiss
exactly what I was thinking about.
You kiss the frog.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Almost. Look, guys. I was like, oh my God, do I need to kiss her?
I wouldn't expect you to say that. You so annoying, Brittany. Oh, do I need to kiss it? Go ahead.
Well, you definitely want to just keep your eyes open for the prince, to come. So that's and that can work for men and for women, that there's a a lover in a sense coming, that is coming, right? More than likely, because that happened to me before when it was like a few years ago, when I would see like a frog. I was seeing frogs, right? And then I went through, and then I ended up went through a couple like almost relationships, and then I got into a relationship, right? But it was like in the summertime, and then it only took like maybe, I don't know, like less than probably like a month or so before that started happening. So I would definitely be on the lookout for that prince energy.
Yeah, oh my God. It's been scaring me the past few days. So I didn't see it. So I walked out my door to take my dog out. And then I came back and it looked like a leaf. That's how green it was. It looked like a leaf on my door handle. And I'm like, that's not a leaf. It's a frog. So I'm hollering. I was scared of it. And then I went to take my dog out again, and it hopped in front of my door, and I slammed my door. So I was like, oh my God, what y'all trying to tell me? What's happening? And I haven't seen any around here that color in this neighborhood. Like we do have them out here, but they're more of like a brown. Even the baby ones, they're like brownish, dark green, but this one is green, like, yeah. That thing gonna catch your eye. You gonna see it. It's gonna be blending in. Okay.
Yeah, and I would utilize that energy, it being so green. The heart chakra deals with willpower, the ability to will things in. So, I would it'd be a good time to do some another ritual, just to help to utilize that energy, right? Sometimes the universe gives you the energy and it says, hey, use it real quick. So it's a good time to do some rituals to bring that prince in.
Okay, sounds good. I will see you all soon. Thank you.
All right, then,
You're welcome. Oh, I gotta take it.
Yeah.
Press the
crazy.
button.
Do I gotta kiss them? Go ahead and turn into a frog.
I don't know about kissing no frogs for real now. I don't know what's gonna happen to your face after that.
Right.
Peace, P. Lawton Flores. Oh shit. All right, I don't see anybody else coming into the live. I don't see any questions. Oh shit. All right. So if there's no one else that wants to join, then we can go ahead and shut it down for the night. We went pretty long last night, so we can shut it down early. Tonight's no biggie. All right, so we'll say Ashe, Asante, hold up. Auntie, hold up. Just Guy says, I'm still stuck on yesterday's question, but I have to run this one back on yesterday's question. I'm not sure what that question was. What question you're talking about?
She was the one that you said something about the value. It was like, why? I think you asked, why are you trying to show your value to people who are not valuable? I'm not sure if that was a question, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Just Sky. You gotta clarify what the question is that you're talking about. Why are you? So
she's trying to get deeper on why she seeks validation from people who don't have any value.
Um, hmm. It's low hanging fruit. That's what it is. So a lot of a lot of us, we will go for the low hanging fruit. The average person is going to go for what's the easiest, not for the biggest challenge, right? And usually, the more valuable a thing, the more challenging it is to acquire. So that's usually what it is. It's the low hanging fruit. That's one part of the reason why a lot of us have those issues of giving our value to those who we don't really find valuable, is because of their low hanging fruit. So we feel like they are basically as low or lower than us, and then we're like, it should be easy. If I give my energy to them, they should definitely give their value back. But what you learn is that that's not necessarily the case. This guy said, no, it's going to take some time trying to understand how to set boundaries with a big heart. I've been in a cycle, but you're right. I've been taking what's given versus what I want. Although I would join, but my son is in the same room. I understand, Just Guy. That's the one issue, is just because low hanging fruit. The other issue as well is that if you're trying to get the attention of people that we find valuable, it typically requires you to become more valuable. And what I mean is like to improve yourself, to change to improve means to change yourself, right? A lot of people have issues with changing themselves. They want to be accepted for who they are right now. And there are people out there who will accept you for who you are right now. But that could be challenging to find the people who accept you for who you are right now, because then you got to someone has to get to know you to even find out. So that's but it's actually easier to overcome all of that by just making yourself more valuable, but making your value obvious, making that value obvious, right? I spend a lot of time making my value obvious, or I say I've spent a lot of time making my value obvious, so that I don't have to convince a woman to go on a date so she can get to know me. You can see it when you see me. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. When I walk in the building, you know that the value is high. That's how hard I've worked on myself. You know, right? So that's why I don't spend time trying to get women to get to know me. I'm like, you can just tell. It's by you can tell by the way I dress, the way I move. Even if I'm dressed in regular workout clothes, it don't matter. You still know. You know what it is, right? And then because they know what it is, there's a lot of women who, they'll look at me, and I can see them and I can feel them looking at me and things like that, but they won't talk to me. And even when I talk to them, they'll run away because they feel like it's too much pressure. The value is too high, right? But you got to be ready for that too. You got to be ready. A lot of really beautiful women, the true 9s and 10s of the world, right? Even the 8s maybe, but they're really attractive women. They don't get as much attention from men as a woman who's like a 6 or a 7, or even a 5. A 5 is average, right? They don't even get as much attention. Like not as many men come up to the 9s and the 10s. We'll say like the Beyoncés of the world. A lot of men won't come up to a Beyonce looking woman because men know that's too much pressure. That's too much pressure. I don't even want. I like it, but I'm like, it's too much. I'm not even going. I'm scared, right? men are intimidated. It's funny thing because women say when they're like independent, some of the time, like they'll say like they feel like men are intimidated by their independence. No. Men are intimidated by beauty. They are intimidated by beauty, right? So, you know, but the same thing goes around with women too. Women are intimidated by not beauty though. They're not intimidated by a man's beauty. They're intimidated by a man's like just competency. The more competent, or like the more of a, I'll just say a leader, we'll say, that the man presents himself, the higher his leadership energy, the more scared a woman becomes. So understand that, just guys, that it's about a lot of times why we give our energy to low-hanging fruit is because we don't, one thing, it's easier, and two, we don't want to take the time to try to make ourselves higher value, because it takes a lot of work, and it's maintenance too. That's the other thing. It's not just when you make yourself more valuable, especially obviously valuable. It doesn't just, you don't just get there and you just relax. It's like saying, I'm gonna get in shape and then I stop going to the gym. I'm gonna get my 6-pack and then I stop doing sit-ups. Well, then you're gonna lose the 6-pack, right? But you got to have that mentality that I'm not only going to get the value, I'm going to keep the value. And that's another reason why it's just easier. Just if I just give my current value to the low-hanging fruit, maybe they'll just accept me for, and it's, it ends up not going the way that we, would like it to go. But here's another thing too, that I was going to. Another thing too is that we don't human beings in general don't deal well with rejection. We don't deal well with rejection. So, what I've come to find is that, like, the women who complain and the men who complain on social media about the dating world is typically because they are receiving rejection. Now, let's go for the women, because a lot of men get rejected. That's just like normal for men. Well, let's go for the women, right? For the women, when you're teenagers, when you're early 20s, like, you're at the peak of your whatever your attraction level is, typically, right? And at whatever point where you feel like let's say you're used to getting, having 20 men try to get your number a day, and then it goes down to 15 men trying to get your number, or let's say go down to 10. It goes down to 10 men trying to get your number a day, right? You still have 10 men trying to get your number, but in a person's mind, that's not 20 though. So it's like this rejection feeling, right? So there's like women who like go out who are like in their 30s and they'll complain on TikTok talking about how men don't approach, or men don't do this, or men or whatever. And it's like, no, men are doing it. It's just not as many men are doing it like you're used to. So you're feeling rejected. You're feeling rejected. And because you're feeling rejected, you start to try to seek more validation. And then you start to put out more and more of your energy and more of your value to people who don't really deserve your value, because you're trying to make up for the attention that you used to get. When that's, and men, they do the same thing too. Men will do the same thing too, right? Like I said last night, for me, especially since I graduated college, I let the women, choose me. But it takes time for them to choose me, right? It's not like I don't have women coming every day trying to talk to me, no. But like every about 30 to 90 days, there will be somebody. And I'm just patient. Just be patient about it. I'm not worried about, I'm not overly concerned about all the women that walk by me and don't talk to me, which is or reject me or whatever. You don't. The same thing if you're a woman or a man. You have to stop being concerned about all the people who don't talk to you, and just be patient, because there's always going to be someone. As long as you are maintaining your value and even trying to improve your value, there's always going to be someone that's going to come. There's someone that's going to, or someone you're going to run into, it's going to happen. You just got to be okay with it being 30, 60, 90 days of it not happening. Right? And in those 30, 60, 90 days, if you are continuing to improve the value of yourself, it's going to happen. Right? But then the question is, you should always want to be, and this is where a lot of people mess up too. You should always want to be a better or more competent or more prepared a love partner, relationship partner for the next person coming than you were on the last one. I don't care how great you were on the last relationship. You should want to be a better partner for the next person that you end up, meeting. And when you do it that way, I've always looked at it that way. I always want to be a better partner. And each person that, and because of that, each time I would meet a woman and we would connect, we would get into the serious part of the relationship faster and faster and faster, to the point now is like, if me and a woman connect, we are pretty much together that day that I meet them. And one or two things are going to happen. That's either going to scare them and they're going to like ghost me, or, you
get the key.
I get the key, or they move themselves into where I live. Wherever it's going, it's just going to. I know. So that lets me know how much value that I must be building, because that's what happens every single time. It happens faster every time. And understand, I'm not, even though I built my value, I'm not like throwing out more value to people, whether it be a man or a woman or a friend. I'm not throwing out the value to people just because I'm acquiring more value doesn't mean I'm just going, I got more value to give to you. Like, no. I'm just stacking up my value. And it's obvious to the people around me. And they just grab it, and the people who are serious about, their lives, they gravitate towards it. They just gravitate towards it, right? To where actually I put out less. I can put out less energy because of that. I could put out less energy. I could be more picky about how I put out my energy. It's the same thing like people who are famous and rich, who have all the money in the world to buy things, but when they go to restaurants or they go to places, they don't have to pay for anything. But you got all the money, but you don't got to pay for nothing. Isn't that weird? You would think if I got millions of dollars, yeah, Denzel Washington, you should pay for everything. Like, no, it's like Denzel coming. Oh, it's on the house. It's like, wait a minute, why? Because, yeah, he has all the money, but he also has all the value. The more valuable you become, the more free shit you get, right? So the more valuable of a man, more valuable of a woman you become, the more you actually receive, and the less that you have to give. And what you give ends up just being what you chose to give, right? Amazing. So if we get a lot of compliments, we really mid. I mean, sure. I don't know the, compliments for a woman is pretty normal. I'll just say that it's pretty normal. All right. I need to use more discernment with choosing. It's easier to discern the more valuable you make yourself. The more valuable you make yourself, the more you actually see. When you work on yourself, people don't get specific what that means. Working on yourself means making yourself more valuable for the next partner. Whether that means you are more in control of your emotions, you are mentally more intelligent, you are financially more stable, you are physically more healthy or stronger, you are socially more pleasurable to be around, right? That's what working on yourself is, where you actually become more just attractive in different areas of your life, right? You become more attractive. And the more attractive you become, because of the work you have to put in to do that, it opens up your eyes to how less attractive other people are who are not putting in that same work, right? Because when you put a lot of work into something, into being something, becoming something, it's easy to see other people who are not putting in that same type of work. And then it makes you feel a certain type of way. You're like, they're not even trying to improve in this. Like, why would I, give you my time? I also want to be found at home. What's WFH mean?
Where?
WFH and don't go outside. I don't know.
Work
but
from home.
I work from home. I also want to be found at home. Here's the thing. I don't go out. I stopped. I mean, even in college, I didn't really go to many parties like that, to tell you the truth. So I usually just hang out in the dorm rooms a lot of times. So I never was really, and then especially when I left college, I didn't go out nowhere. I don't go unless I'm invited somewhere, which is very rare too. So I don't go out nowhere. I don't go out. All of my last 3 serious relationships, and then even a few of the almost serious relationships in between, have all been literally at work. Now I know you work from home, so it's a little bit different, but still at work. I'm at work. I'm working. You still gotta go to the grocery store, to a mall, to a gas station. You still gotta leave, right? You still gotta go. So, as long as you're providing value to yourself, it doesn't matter. You don't have to spend a lot of time outside. You do not, right? And if I'm a man who doesn't go out and do those things, it can still get into. I can't go more than a year without getting into a relationship. It's just not even possible for me. And I don't go out looking to get into a relationship. I don't go to bars. I don't do any of those things, right? And yet, it will happen. Why? Because I focus on the value. So it's got to happen. It's like, how am I not going to be seen, right?
You say, where the good men at work?
The good men are at work, right? Good men are at work.
Damn. Somebody, the lovely who asked about the compliment said, damn.
Where at?
You scroll past it.
Oh, damn, JK. It's amazing. Kong, no pause. Is there ever a time you have to give more? What do you mean give more than the other person? I mean, that's by choice. That's choice. To give more is this choice. And that's choice based off of whether you feel like, is it worth the risk of giving more? Because you might not get back that more. If you feel like it's a good investment to give more, right? You know, like when we in Duüblè in the beginning of our relationship, there was a time where before she started working for me at the kiosk at the mall, like she didn't even actually start yet. But we were talking about it. It was pretty much about to happen, and we were walking around the mall. And then we went to Express, and then she wanted to get some jackets, some suede jackets, and she got 2, and I bought those 2 jackets in the total like $400, $400 something, right? And I said, well, you're about to start working for me anyway, right? And I didn't really know how well she was going to do, working for me, but you're about to start working for me anyway, right? So I'll just say this is just an advance, right? I just say it's just an advance, right? That's me, putting out, energy that I didn't have to do, but I just felt like, based off of what I was reading off her, I felt like it was a good investment, and that more than likely, she would make that $400 worth it, and I was correct in my assessment. But that's discernment. That's discernment, and and me being an entrepreneur, like I have a good, and having employees, and I've had a business where I had 6 employees. Started out with it was no employees to 6 employees, right? I have a good vibe about people. I have a pretty decent vibe about people and what their potential, about people and their potential, right? So I was able to see that potential in her. But you can't just. But it does take more than just that, though. You gotta not only be able to see the potential in people, but be able to have the skill to pull that potential out too. Because sometimes there's plenty of people like who see potential in a partner, but they never able to pull it out, and they stay with them, and then they end up saying, "Well, it was a waste of time. I saw the potential, but it never blossomed into anything." Because you can't just see the potential. If you're going to see the potential in somebody, whether you're a man or a woman, if you're going to be with somebody based off of the potential, you got to also be able to know how to pull that potential out of them. You got to know how to pull that potential out of them. Because it doesn't just pour out just because you see it. Amazing. That's crazy. Just guy, I've been working to be Shay Oya. You got Shamar Moore's aura, says Rose 5. Who's Shamar Moore? I know him.
That's the actor, the tall, light skin, bald head.
Oh, don't he like play like CSI now? Isn't he like CSI now? I think he be in all the black movies, right?
Yeah, I know he was in a Tyler Perry one.
He had the fake braids in the Tyler Perry movie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. He had the Shamar Moore. I have not gotten that one yet.
Yeah.
I have not gotten that one. Okay. Shamar, that's a new one. That is a new one.
You get the Cam, you got Neo.
I've gotten Neo, the singer. I've gotten Cam Newton when I have my dreads. I still get Cam Newton. You see, I put a hat on. I've gotten Chris Brown. I used to get Chris Brown when I was younger. I've gotten Prince, just because of the way I dress. I've gotten Elvis. That was weird. Once again, because of the way I was dressing. And now I got Shamar Moore. So I'm just a big fake celebrity out here. Oh, yeah, on TikTok and the...
She moved over there. She said it was tweaking. I checked it.
Oh, okay. You're not telling any lies. I shade just got the fires from Amazing. Where were you after work? What was after? I don't know what you meant. I mean, I went to Whole Foods. Not came home. If you're talking to me, I don't know. Maybe talking about something else. I don't know. I don't know, Britt. I don't know what you mean by that one. Shay. So, see Lucy Finney in the building. Well, we about to be out the building. All right, Shamam. Shamam Moore about to close it down.
Oh.
You said you were always working. Yeah, always working. So wait a minute. How do I connect that to what you said?
I think you were talking about like,
where were you after work? What was I after work? I mean, I just go home.
Doing what you do.
I usually go to a grocery store.
Britt said, where is he at?
Yeah.
That's what Britt trying to figure out.
Go to work.
Where else would he be?
Go to a grocery store, and it's usually, it was like either Harris Teeter, depending on where I was living at, Harris Teeter, or Whole Foods, and then, I go home. And then I go
Britt
home.
said, what is his schedule like?
I go home, right? It's you got to keep your eyes open. Anywhere there's men working, there's employment. Got to keep your eyes open. Got to keep your eyes open.
You be the construction men on the street.
But you also got to understand that, just like there's only one you, right? All women can agree to that. There's only one you. Well, think about it. If there's only one you, then how hard would it be for a man to find you? If there's only one you, then it's going to be really difficult for a man to find you. Because there's only one of you. And there's billions of people, right, on the planet. And in your area, in your city, there's, thousands of people. Like, what are the chances that I'm going to find you, run into you? It's going to be difficult, right? So understand that, when it comes to the same thing goes for the man. And I think this is where also women who are looking for, you're the one, you're looking for your partner, your life, whatever it is, right? You're looking for that your person, whatever words you want to use nowadays.
Yeah.
As a woman, you should understand, if you find your person, you are lucky. As a woman, if you find your person, you are lucky. If you look at it from a standpoint, any man that's with me is lucky. Yeah, any man that's with you probably is lucky, but the man that's for you makes you the lucky one. Because all the other ones weren't for you. So then they got lucky to get with you while you're on the journey of finding your person. So then you got to go into it saying, like, if I ever find a person, then I'm the lucky one. But if you keep looking at it from a standpoint that any man with you is going to be lucky, it's going to be difficult for you to be in the right mindset. Because what people do is they take that same mindset. Well, everybody's lucky to be, with me, and men do it too. Sometimes every person's lucky to be with me. It's like, okay, but are you going to come up with that same mindset when you meet the love of your life now? Now you're going to be like, oh, they're lucky?
Right.
Which means you're going to mess it up. You messing it up going in with that same,
Because you pretty much put them in like the same category as the others.
Right, you put them in the same category, right? So you can mess it up too. Understand that. Well, for me, I always thought, okay, whenever I would have a breakup, I would always tell myself the next woman that I get in a relationship is going to be so lucky. Right? Not because, I'm just such a great catch, but it's like, you'll be so lucky because I'm going to be so much better. I'm going to give you so much a better version of me than I gave the last woman because I've learned so much. Right? So if you're looking at it from that standpoint, as far as luck is concerned, if you're looking at it from that's a humble way to say, the other person is lucky because I'm going to give them so much better than the last person, then, fine. Right? But if you're saying, well, I'm going to give, I'm such a great person. What I gave the last person I was with, I'm going to give the same thing to you. Well, then that person's not going to be lucky now, are they? If they're getting the same version of you. So it's not even, and then more than likely, it won't be the same version of you. Because why? Because you're still feeling a certain type of way about the last person who didn't appreciate you. So you're actually going to give the next person less. That's usually what happens. Men and women do the same. They usually give the next person less. So the person's actually not lucky a lot of times, right? Yeah. Well, me, I've always tried to give the next person more. And now I've kind of like flattened out. I'm like, I don't try to get the next person, more or less. I try to be more.
Yeah.
I try to be more myself. I try to be more, right? And in a sense, I do try to actually give the next person more, but not more in the same way. Not more. I used to give, focus on giving people more as far as just like, more of what I know women, want, right? Which is part of the process. As a woman, you want to get more of what men want. That's part of the process, right? You want to, until you maximize it. And I've maximized it. I know I've maximized it because the women have told me I've maximized it. I know. I've been told it multiple times. It's been maximized, right? It got maximized, but then there was another issue past that. Because even if I give you everything you want, we all have all these traumas and pains and past bad relationships, men and women. So knowing that, after you've maximized yourself as a woman, after you maximize yourself as a man, as far as, what the other, gender is looking for, more than likely, because the way things are in America, you're going to still find that there's going to be some issues. So then after you maximize, now you have to find a way to maximize your ability to be the person that they need, but also be the person that you need to stay sane. Right. And that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother level of relationshiping. That's a whole nother level.
Yeah, because I was thinking about how when we go into the next relationship, we typically give less value because of the past relationship. But I guess that's why it's just important that we gauge the value or discern, or gauge what the value is, because then from there we can know if we need to, what value we need to come with, or what value we need to add to them. I was kind of all over the place. I
will answer that in a second. Okay. Oya says, I'm coming to Home Depot. Hey, Home Depot, not a bad place to be. Greetings, Jeru. Lesson self-preparation, Ashe, Bell Reed.
There she go.
Lucy Fiend, thank you for being you and doing what you do. I appreciate you, Lucy.
Ashe.
Any version of life is non-stop and growing. Ashe, amazings. Please let that be a lesson.
Wait, what was it? So I can write that down. What was it?
What was what?
What was it? What did you say that you were going to go into?
I don't know. I thought I already did.
It's all right. I'll run it back. We got to run it back.
But as far as the value, and you've given value to a person, and then you go to the next person, you give less value because you were disappointed from the last one, right? What else did you say?
I was pretty much saying do we just consider okay, if this is a high value, if this is a man that is valuable, does that give us the green light to add that value? Is that where we go wrong?
Yeah, that's where everyone goes wrong, is where you shouldn't go into any, if you're just talking and it's just, first time you meet and stuff, you're going to not just jump into it, right? But
all the batteries.
Oh, shit, I shouldn't have did that one. It's Yeah, when you first meet somebody, yeah, sure, you want to like take your time. But as you are getting into it with that person, especially if you're going to start, a real relationship with them, it doesn't matter what you've been through in the past. You need to give everything you have plus more into this next one. Right? You need to give a better version of yourself into this next one because that's what they deserve. Because don't you deserve the best version of them? As a woman, you get into a relationship with a man, y'all don't care about who else he's been with. You're like, this is a new relationship. I'm a new woman. I'm different. Give me a better version than you gave, your ex. That's what you would expect. So why would you not do the same thing for him? And vice versa. Give a better version of yourself. Because if you truly are positive, thinking, truly like believe like, the universe is working in your favor and truly believe that what you give is what you receive, then why would you hold back then? Why would you give a lesser version? See, that's the dichotomy. That's the not the dichotomy. It is kind of the dichotomy, but that is the contradiction that people have where they feel like the universe is going to work in their favor. They feel like what they put out is what they're going to receive, but yet you're too scared to put out. You hold him back. Right? And I understand. It's not like I'm not fearful of it either. I just push through it because I know that I can't receive. I couldn't possibly receive it if I'm not ready to be afraid to put it out there. Right? Which also means I had to not only improve the way I put out energy, I also had to improve my emotional stamina to be able to handle if that person cannot give it back, or that person disappoints me, or that person is unappreciative. I had to toughen up my emotional strength and durability as well. That's something that's also had to work on, something else I had to improve on. Right? To where I could be in a relationship with someone even if I see that there's certain areas that it's lacking in that I would like and that I would prefer, but I can push past that because I know that one day it can grow to that. And I have at least 80% of what I am looking for. I can wait to the forever. They say to life, to forever. Your forever partner. I can wait forever to receive the other 20%, the other 30%. But that took maturity, that took growing, that took a desire to want to be that type of person. Right. But almost everybody in these days and times, they don't want to wait to grow into the 100% of everything that you ever want out of your partner. They want it now, or they want it within a year, or they want it within a certain amount of time, right? Or they're okay with only having 60% of what they're looking for, but they don't act. But they're okay with staying at 60% forever too, instead of trying to no, let's try to grow to 100% as well. So certain people are okay with usually it's men, okay with just staying at 60% forever, and then usually it's the women are saying well, I want to grow to 100%, but I'm not about to stay here to wait for the growth to happen. I can just go find somebody else who is 80%, 90%, 100%. And it's the thing is, you can find Mr. 100%. It's like the man, he can find Mrs. 100%. But more than likely, you're not 100%. So then what does that do? Well, it does what happens to me when I'm running to most women, they get insecure. I make women very insecure without saying anything to them. Every relationship I've been in, the women I've made them insecure, feel insecure without me even doing anything. Just my presence just makes them feel insecure. Right? Because they're comparing themselves to me. I'm not comparing them to me. I accept them for whatever level that they're at. But they are not accepting themselves for the level that they're at. And they don't look at, some look at me as inspiration and motivation, but then, it also becomes, I've come to find that it also becomes sometimes motivation, inspiration, but sometimes it becomes like it's too high. It's discouraging, right? And I would say when I was younger, I did apply more pressure than what needed to be applied or what should have been applied, but because I just didn't know, I was ignorant, I was naive, I was in my early 20s, I didn't know. But when you start hitting 30 years old as a man, you need to start having a grown mindset by that time and start overcoming those types of lacks. This is true. I had the same problem when younger. Ashe. Let's see. Jessica says the balance is staying sane and staying true to yourself within a relationship. Ashe. You know why people have a hard time staying true to themselves within a relationship? Because you did not fully evolve to your true self before the relationship. That's why. That's why people have a hard time, like they lose themselves because like you didn't find yourself before you started dating. That's why that's why boyfriend and girlfriend is terrible to do, because it starts at what? Teenage. Really younger than that, right? 8 years old, you got a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? It's like we little kids with boyfriend and girlfriend, and then you stop. You keep getting sidetracked in these little relationships while you're growing up as a child. You keep getting sidetracked, right? And because you get sidetracked, you never actually find yourself. But if you find yourself, who you truly are, then you'll never lose yourself in a relationship. When I say find yourself, let me when you fully evolve yourself, that's a better way to put it, because you already found you are yourself. That's not the part. The issue is not finding yourself. The issue is when you fully evolve yourself, you can't lose yourself into somebody. No matter how much you love them, you won't lose yourself if you fully evolve yourself. Just got said the emotional stamina re-up. Honey, Ivy says, I am working on that with patience. Ashe, honey. Amazing says, nobody's scared of you, Willis. Ashe. It says, what happened, Queen? What's she talking about?
I just remembered something I forgot to do today.
I had the same problem. Let's see. When are you ever fully evolved, though? Let me use a different word, because maybe evolved. Maybe if I say fully evolved, and you think that you don't have any room to grow. Let me change that. When you fully mature yourself, when you fully mature self, all things have a full maturation time and date. The body fully matures at a certain point. It can't mature any further, right? Your mental and emotional maturity has a stopping point. There is a stopping point that you can reach. And then once you reach that, once you've reached, I'll say, you probably, you reach hormonal maturity first. and then you'll reach like physical body maturity next, right? And then somewhere after that, you'll reach maybe mental or emotional. I don't know which one would come first. I have to think about that. But probably mental maturity, because in order to reach emotional maturity, you probably have to reach mental maturity first. So then mental maturity. And then at a certain point, you reach emotional maturity. And then after that, you're going to reach spiritual maturity, right? That's like the last one is the spiritual maturity, right? So the idea is but before all that, you can reach maturity of self, meaning you're fully matured in understanding who you are. You could be 12 years old, 13 years old, and have full maturity over self of who you are, right? Yeah, you still got to work on the hormones and your emotions and your mental and your physical and all those other things, right? That's still, but as far as understanding who you are, you can reach that at a young age, right? Just a lot of us are not, because we don't have a culture anymore. We don't have a village anymore to assist us with that. So evolving, you can forever evolve, but maturation, though, that there is like peaks. There is a stopping point at maturation. Shay Lucy Feeney. I am trying to improve more about their insecurities. Trying to improve more about their insecurities. Oops, I need to learn better in relationships. Shay, instead of getting mad and saying that is crazy, I'm with you. Shay, right? Shay. All right. So now I think, I was trying to end it at 10, and now it's 10:48. That's how it happens.
Dang, that was 48 minutes.
And Fleet says, I've been having a lot of conversations with my inside voice, and by doing that, now I speak with my inside voice. Is that a sign of growth or something else? I mean, it sounds like growth. You have so many voices inside of you. It's not just one inside voice. So it is growth. When you start talking to the other inside voices, that is when you really know you're growing. Right? There's a bunch of inside voices. Trust me. Shay, it's all good. Oya, it's all good. I think somebody been in the queue for a minute too.
That was the accident. That was right when they joined.
I got you. Proud of you. That's really cool and inspiring. Shay, Lucy, I don't know if she's talking to me or talking to Fleet. Probably the Fleet. Shay. All right. So with that, now I think we will say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kalika, it is done.
It is done.
It is done.
I say.
We'll catch him off, Fleet.
Catch you in the Fleet beat. I'm so fried, Baba.